Sarah the Metal Theologian. So, I think we'll talk about some weird records today. There's some that just came like... Actually, here, let me do a little bit of hype first. I got a couple Vengeance records in the mail today that I pre-ordered. Let me show those fucking things. Damn it, where did I put them? Anyway, they look really nice. Wait, here's one. And here's the other. Yeah, so these are really nice. They sound great. Like, everything about these is great. And they're really cool records, too, so... I enjoyed both of them a lot. Although it's funny, you know, even though these are like the early ones, they really redid the original cover on this one, too. I thought that was kind of nice. Like, this band is really heavy, and they're really rock, but their singer is, like, just sounds goofy to me. And I think I've said that before, you know what I mean? And, like, you know, this first one is pretty heavy-handed lyrically. It's a lot more sort of better handled. Like, as lyricists, they got way better. But, you know, I'm big on the debuts, and I gravitate towards the corny shit, too, so. Yeah, like, some of these are a little bit, you know, usually I love this shit. But, you know, like, I love hating evil. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I think I'm too much of an originist. Or that Burn Satan Burn one, you know what I mean? That's the other one, so. But I love this record, man. Here's something I noticed about it, though. It's kind of weird. Like, as far as the whole, like, Jesus getting crucified on the cover thing. Check this out. When you put this record on your turntable, it's like you're crucifying Jesus. You see that? The hole's, like, right in the middle. That's kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's funny. This shit kind of mystifies me a little bit because I grew up in Orthodoxy, and this is, to put out a record like this is, like, it's so Protestant that, you know, even though I live in America and, like, in the South, no less, I mean, it's all over the place, but sometimes, man, it's still bizarre to me, but, you know, that's not a complaint, it's just an observation. So, because the other thing is that Orthodox Christianity is really boring. You know, I was thinking about it because it has a lot more going on by way of, like, ritual. And this is for the Catholics, too. I mean, not quite to the same degree as the Orthodox, but there's a lot of this in Catholicism, too. And, like, the ritual shits that they threw out the window. But if you think about it, that sort of stuff really kind of ties it to antiquity in the way that Christians really like to identify theirs as being ancient religion one way or another, right? Regardless of denomination. Because, you know, back then, like, whether you believed something or not wasn't really an issue. That didn't really have anything to do with the religion. It was just, there were certain sort of cultic acts that you engaged in, you know what I mean? And so, like, the way, like, the Eucharist is treated in Catholicism and Orthodoxy and that sort of thing, and, like, all the ritual around it and, like, the repetition of that, it's a lot like those sorts of cultic acts. Now, I don't think any of them would cop to not having any faith or, like, not understanding the question if you asked if they had faith. But, you know, there's authenticity to that. The problem is that shit's boring as hell. And that's one thing. When I was a kid, I was kind of jealous of the Protestants because religion just seems so much cooler, you know. I was like, one of these days, I might quit this shit and decide to be a Protestant. You know, I sort of let myself think that once in a while. It's kind of fucked up, really. Anyway, I just dropped out entirely. So we're listening to these geniuses. This is Rust. And look at that fucking weird-ass cover. This looks so private. I don't know if this is really that weird as much as painfully amateurish. Like, everything about this is amateurish. The playing, the writing, the arrangement. And I don't mean bad. I just mean not professional, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you, like, this is the Weird Records video, but I will take this level of sincerity over good production any day of the fucking week. So, yeah, look at these guys. Tell me they don't look like kids you knew in high school. Oh, they're probably about the same age, too. This came out in 1986. And I think they're from Texas. Yeah, Dickinson, Texas. I actually don't know where that is. Yeah. It's a weird record, though, man. There's all sorts of, like, little weird things about it, but mostly it's just the way it sounds. It's kind of a lot like this one, which I'm pretty sure I've shown before, too. This Wages of Sin record. I mean, look at that. How can you not want this? Let's see a fucking dude with his dog there. And like, it seems that Eugene Sant is really the entire band, and the other people are like friends that he like, you know, roped in to help him out a little bit. But also, Fred Killer Keeler sounds a lot like a drum machine. So, anyway, I love this record. It's a lot like this though, like kind of shitty. The songs are shorter though. Alright, this is a weird one. I'm curious if anyone else has this one. I know it's not expensive. I don't know how rare it is, but yeah, The Kingdom. You see that shit? It's like, it looks like a Sisters of Mercy record, you know? But this is about half metal, and then the other half is like, just like weird shit. Actually, I don't even remember that well, which is part of I'm going to put it on right now. But there are a couple here like that, actually. When I sort of looked at it all together, I was a little bit surprised by how many, like mixing styles or something like that, and it's kind of hurting what they're producing, you know what I'm saying? Shit, where's the fucking inner sleeve for this thing? God damn it. This is like it as far as when records are annoying. Alright, well shit, I'll put it on in a minute. I'll put the spec where it was. Roughly. Because we can't just like not have music. So the one I was just sort of alluding to is like this one, but that other one doesn't change styles as much. This one has a few songs that are like really like bad kind of metal, like bad. I might have talked about this a few weeks ago. I feel like I did. And like the cover looks kind of cool in private, but then you see like the freedom of choice. What does it say? Yeah, freedom of choice with the PMRC lighter. It's like, oh, that kind of dates it, you know? So half of it seems to be like showcasing her like wonderful singing, maybe launch her career, and the other half is like the guys playing metal and just like, not in a very convincing way, but it's just such a weird thing that they like. I don't know if they would put that out. I mean, they think that like the metal was going to suck people in, and then I don't know, the sister or whoever that is could go and like have a career in the biz or something like that. I can't believe that I lost that fucking inner sleeve. All right. Shit, I really want to play the Kingdom one. Yeah, the Kingdom is, that's a really weird one. Yeah, this is going sideways. Shit. This fucking video is gonna be bad. Well, fuck it. I'll come back around. Well, yeah, I'll come back around on those. This record isn't really all that weird. It just, I was a little disappointed by it. Someone else was talking about this recently. I think it was the Let's Talk Metal dude, but I'm not sure. And yeah, these guys are from Houston actually, so they kind of break the Texas mold by not being that great. You know what I mean? But generally speaking, that's a good sign. Alright, I'm just going to get another inner sleeve, so hang on one sec here. So we're going to listen to the Kingdom for a minute here. Yeah, and the other inner sleeve was just like a white one or something. I'm sure it's just sticking to the back of a record here or something, but it was starting to really distract me because it was annoying me so much. I guess that's what happens. Alright, so here we go with the Kingdom. And there's like no information about this band, by the way. So, like, once you see this, you'll know as much about these guys as I do. Look at that label. It's so private looking. First song, Nefarious Times, and Nefarious is spelled wrong. Awesome. I play this record maybe once every couple of years, and every time I do, I go, that can't be as weird as I remember it being. I've got to have like exaggerated this in my head. You know, maybe I was high or something. But then when I actually listened to it, I go, no, I really didn't. I'm gonna let this run for a minute and show a couple like not so weird ones. That's really weird songwriting. I mean, it seems like it's actually exploitation or metasploitation songwriting is what that really is, you know. But still, there's like this sort of weird goth thing going, but this really isn't goth. I mean, these guys are like trying to be a metal band, you know. So anyway, we'll keep going for a minute here. So I busted this one out. I know Renee has shown this before. Renee from Spain, to whom you're all subscribed, I assume. This is Armies of the Night by Stormtrooper. And like, I mean, this is actually an Ironworks or Metal Storm or Azra, one of those Ironworks. So it's actually kind of a label of, you know, some repute, for better or for worse, both if you ask me, but look at that font for the Armies of the Night. That's so funny. That's like one of the 70s fonts, you know? Like that one and like that electronic looking one, or Piano Light, I think it's called. Yeah, this one's a fucking great record too, man. That one's just like a rocker. This is like a fucking like epic metal. Just awesome, man. This record is so fucking good. In case you can't read that, it's Commander, The High and Mighty. I'm just these fucking song titles, man. Knights of the Round Table, Return of the Goths. I do a cover of Kill the King, which is better than you'd expect a cover of Kill the King to sound, you know? Yeah. The only thing they're really lacking is mustaches. These guys could use some mustaches. Yeah. Here's another one that's kind of weird, actually. See, I fucking like getting this shit together and I don't use it anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed this when I got it, but fucking Underdog, Rabies in Town. I guess these guys are German. This is on Mausoleum. Look at that. We got two mustaches. One beard, so it doesn't count, but we've got two mustaches, so you can live with there. But this, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like some boomers got together and made a metal record. That's really what this sounds like. It's like, you know how like Budgie was like way older than any British heavy metal guys, but like, they made a little bit of a heavier album to sort of get a little piece of that anyway. That's what these guys kind of sound like. And the singer has a little bit of Klaus Meine going on. I was thinking that this sounds like the Scorpions about as much as Barren Cross sounds like Iron Maiden. You know, there's like a little something there you can hear, but to say it's similar is already misleading. Speaking of misleading, bust out the fucking crushed grapefruit. So yeah, it's kind of a weird record. Look at that art. It looks so 80s. Yeah, this is a cool one as far. Like this one looks great. Look at that. Just has that logo. And there isn't even anything on the back. I just like this thick ass cover, you know? Like it's on Furious Records. But the problem is it's not really that furious. I mean, this is kind of a fun record. It's not like awful or anything like that. You know, it's kind of a fun listen. It's like they're big AC/DC fans and weren't really very focused, and this is what they got together, you know. I kind of salute them for that. And I played this like a few times, you know. It's not like I put it on once and come here and hype it for y'all and then that's it. 1980, what did that say? 1983, I think? Yeah. God damn. I think these guys are from like Indiana somewhere. This is kind of a weird one. I mean, this is kind of an obvious one. I almost didn't put this one in the stack, but this Deliverance, the ones that did Devil's Meat, and Evil Friendship, and that third one too. This is weird shit, but it's not weird in the same way, so I'm going to leave it aside. Now this one is a like super thick cover, the Uninvited System Wreck, and this like looks great in certain ways, like it's thick and it's like printed and it kind of has an amateurish look, and they kind of don't look like crossover guys, but that's what this record sounds like, is like a crossover record almost. So, but yeah, I mean, another thing is look at that little Cliff Burton dedication. That's like one of the like metal cliches from the second half of the decade, right? So it's kind of a good sign if it's dedicated to Cliff Burton or Randy Rhoads. That one's fine too. Yeah, so it kind of sucks, but it's kind of a weird piece. I mean, the other thing that's sort of wrong with this one is the at the beginning. Like, Uninvited sounds like a metal name, but The Uninvited is a punk name. What the fuck? I don't remember if this is an intro or what, so... Yeah, 1988 this is. This is The Beautiful Dream, I guess. Let's see. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. In the name of, and this one's kind of like the one that we're listening to, in that it's like half metal and intent, but like the rest of it's almost like weird disco or something, you know? I want to play a minute of this too. Oh shit, 17 minutes in. Just spent all that time talking about religion. What is this? Another one. I haven't showed this in a long time. This is a Sacrifice by Joe Stepp. This probably belongs in the same category with like The Rust and The Wages of Sin, but it doesn't sound as kind of like just barely hanging on as those guys. This is a little bit more sort of together and put together a little bit more, I don't want to say professionally, but I mean professionally, I suppose. 1982. Look at that. I guess this was supposed to tie in with some like movie that, I don't know, some friend of Joe's made or something like that. But I don't know, Joe Stepp, whoever that is, played pretty much everything on this, except for what Butch Gordon played. So, this one isn't really super weird, as much as it seems like, I don't know, anachronistic, and everything's just a little bit off about it in a way, you know? Yeah, see, this is terrible. Let's go to the next song. This is Your Mind's So Fine. So, okay, it's kind of rocking a little bit again, right? I'm gonna bump it to the next one. Sounds pretty good, actually. So this record is just like, it's weird. It's because I think it's just one band, so it's like, I don't know. It's like they decided to make a sampler record themselves or something like that. Now, if I lost this in or two, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Oh, there it is. All right, let's check out The Law for a minute here. I kind of forgot about this one, but Greeno mentioned it to me. Look at these guys. Damn. Just one mustache, but it's a fucking good one, you know? So, this is another one that kind of sounds like Boomer's metal record. But, it's still awesome, you know? It's great. And these guys were nobody. This wasn't like Budgie or something, or Judas Priest jumping on a bandwagon. Not Judas Priest. Well, fuck it. You know what I'm talking about. Just in case you didn't like appreciate this, that's the basic like cover design, and then they're standing on those fucking like rocks or whatever. Here, like, from the heaviness standpoint, it's total metal, but there's like a boogie in there. See, it sounds like they're listening to a lot more Kiss than Judas Priest, and probably a fair bit of Status Quo too. It's so weird. I don't know anything about these guys though. So yeah, this is another one fucking that goes over, and this is actually a reissue. Is kind of the best part. I don't think I've ever seen an original, but God, who was it? Unseen Forces, I want to say. It's like a dude in Oregon actually reissued this. There's like some satanic, like, pop song from the 60s or something, too. I'm going to bump this ahead here just to give you the idea, and then we'll listen to the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And then maybe we'll talk about it. Sounds like Alice Cooper on this one, doesn't he? Like, there's something kind of clueless about this record that's hard for me to really like put my finger on. And it's hard to convey it in the video like this too, so I'm kind of stumbling a little bit, I think. This video's kind of been a disaster as far as like finding shit anyway, but whatever. It's really kind of before, so. Yeah, fuck it. Just take my word for it. Go listen to this somewhere. It's just, everything about it is just a little bit off, you know? And I think it's because their age was just a little bit off, frankly. I don't care. I salute them for making a really fucking fun record. Alright. I'm going to warn you, this record sucks. I've kind of been trying to, like, figure out a way to not play this, but... Because I remember really thinking this one was a piece of shit. Fuck, the ear's all torn up. I mean, it looks right in so many ways. Like, that label looks good, you know? I think this was actually like a father and son in the band, and that's why, like, as far as the selections, it's a little bit schizophrenic. Yeah, look at this. And there's Joe Ferrantino and Mike Ferrantino. When I want to touch you, always say no. When I want to hold you, it feels so cold. I'm not gonna hurt you, I want to give you my love. What is the problem? What are you thinking of? Yeah, and the thanks to, it says, thanks be to Ozzy Osbourne for his time. What the fuck does that even mean? The label is New York. If it's like some little LA band, it would surprise me less. It's like fucking new wave or something like that. But you bump it ahead and it rocks more. Not here though. This is actually even worse than I remember it being. Crazy. Yeah, so I already showed the medieval sorcery record last time. or a couple times ago, I think. But yeah, this is the one. This is the weird, like, Aaron Jean project. Man. Seriously, I thought this was better than this. This isn't good. I didn't think it was good. Fucking not even a good cover of Wild Thing. I remember that now. Fucking Wild Thing. Must have been, I'll bet it was the dad that thought that was a good idea.
But it's never enough.
This kind of rocks a little bit, you know? But it's a really bad fucking record. Alright, do we have any others here? Show the Joe Step. Yeah, I don't know. I love this kind of shit, though. You know, it's like, I don't care if a record's bad. Well, I do care if a record's bad. I'd rather listen to a good record than a bad record. But bad records have their place. Look, I have this fucking sitting here waiting for me to listen to it. Because there's so much other cheesy shit. I was like, you know, I need to give that First Blood Good another chance, because maybe I can handle it now. Now, I haven't listened to it yet. If the Striper was any indicator, it's not going to go very well, because I really didn't like the fucking... Actually, I listened to Soldiers Under Command. I really didn't like it at all. Like, one or two songs were okay, you know. But the Yellow and Black Attack was a lot better. I listened to that one the next day, so... That's weird. Oh, here's another thing. So, if you know what I'm missing on this record, tell me, because I think this is boring as fuck. I pulled this out, I played it twice. I was like, what is the big deal with these guys? Here, it's this pressing. Because I think there were a couple different records that came out with the same cover, like the US and UK ones are different. And I'm pretty sure there's a UK one, given the address in York, but I don't even know for sure. Anyway, I think Tokyo Blade sucks based on this record. So if I'm missing something, there's a particular song I should hear, you know, let me know. Oh, and here, this is the last one. Fucking Striker. Look at that. Looks great, doesn't it? Excuse me. Look at them now. Look at her. That's like in the 80s in Penthouse, they would have like little like fucking Polaroids that they would publish sometimes. That's what that picture looks like. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this one and we're gonna listen to a minute of Striker and then I'm gonna stop. Come on, where's the other fucking inner? I think inners are like my bane today. But yeah, I'm already at 28 minutes. That's gonna cut me off at fucking 31 too. My fucking phone does that. I need a new phone one of these days. But I spend all my money on records, so I don't know if it's gonna happen soon. Alright, here we go. Super amateurish, this record. It's really more amateurish than weird. But it's really kind of awesome. Fast Blood Records. There's a mustache on here too. Fucking Jerry Young, the bass player, looks a lot older than the rest of the band. See that guy? He's the only one with a mustache. This isn't bad. Sounds a little bit Pat Benatar. It could be a little harder, you know. Actually, you know something? She doesn't sound Pat Benatar enough. She sounds like she's working at Pat Benatar's level of heaviness. That's what I'm trying to say. But she's working at a higher level of heaviness. And I kind of wish she were doing that a little bit more. So it wasn't a completely idiotic thought. It just sort of came out, the pieces came out from nowhere. Alright, I'm going to hang it up before my fucking phone kills me, so... This is Striker, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.